Welcome to another edition of Laurie Maves ART, live intuitive painting. Today, I am going to rework this floral, abstracted floral scene-ish kind of thing. It was called Summer Garden. And I've had this painting for a while. And while might be, I think it was probably painted. Hi, Robert Ians. Thanks for joining. Robert is a steadfast, loyal watcher. Egypt joined Gia. Thanks. Thanks for joining, guys, as people come in. Boy, I always feel so happy when people join in. So sometimes I paint and count shapes, which I was doing with this painting over here. A huge landscape. This painting I've been working on, it's got about 8,000 shapes in it. Robert, could you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay? Because my mic wasn't working the other day, and then I sounded like a big piece of crap. So thank you. So I'm reworking this. Actually, this is a brand new painting, and it's got about 8,000 shapes. Thank you, sir. So I usually live paint and count shapes, and I love the counting of the making shapes because it's super meditative for me. But I kind of stopped working on this painting, and then I got stuck. And it was a big pink painting. You can kind of see the pink undertones underneath. And now it's just a big puzzle, and it's making me nervous because I don't see, this is what happens planning paintings versus just painting intuitively. They're two different ball games. Two different ball games entirely. So now in my mind, I've made this big plan for this painting, and I'm not really comfortable with it. Like, there are parts of it that I'm not happy with. So I might end up trashing the whole thing, or reworking the whole thing, or getting really crazy. And part of that makes me nervous to do that live. So I'm not going to do that today because, my ego is getting in the way and thinking, like, well, what if you F it up? Okay, I always say, if I F it up, thank you, AJ. It's really lovely for you to say that. It is. I like the painting. Don't get me wrong. But parts of it just have kind of gotten away from me. And I really want it to be a patchwork landscape the way you see in the mountains of Abruzzo, Italy, where you see, like, or like in Tuscany or Umbria or those parts of Italy where you just see, the landscape looks like a beautiful patchwork because it has vineyards, and then it has olive tree groves, and it has fruit trees, and that's what I wanted for this painting. And it's kind of there, but it's kind of not. And it doesn't feel right to me. So I'm going to set her aside. And I don't like putting baby in the corner, for those of you that remember that movie. But this painting has really been bothering me. Thank you for your patience on the shaky camera. I like that. Oh, you're sweet. That's so good. So this painting I've had called Summer Garden I probably painted that 5 years ago. I'm going to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And it hasn't sold. So I'm going to rework it because this part, I think, just falls flat and it bores me to tears. And then this part, I love the flowers, but the palette is off. Yes, sir. I've got my big cat here. He might come join in. So, this one I'm just going to go at it today without overthinking it, because when I overthink the paintings, that's when when I think they have to be something, they have to have this, or they have to have that, that's when I get stuck. So what we're going to do is just go for it. I like to paint live for about 30 minutes and appreciate any feedback that you're giving. These is oil. It's oil on canvas, so I'm going to put more oil on top of it. You can do that. Can't really put acrylic on top of oil. That doesn't work so well. So I've got some like a nice. This actually looks white, but it's a white with some blue in that. I've got some Prussian blue. I've got some phthalo turquoise here. I've got a little bit of yellow ochre that was mixed in with some blue, and I've got this kind of nice. It's really interesting. This turquoise I just mixed up is not that far from here. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to start with the sky, and I'm going to make. I have a calling. I have a calling. This is how my painting works. I have a noise in my ear that says, "Go ahead and go do shapes with this one." So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull the camera this way so you can maybe see while I work. And feedback is always appreciated. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining. Thank you guys for your patience as I get this handled. There, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good as far as for you able to see. Wouldn't it be nice if I had a whole camera crew? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Well, it's funny because I'm going to paint over it. Not all of it, but we're gonna transform the sky because, like I was saying, the sky is just boring. It's just boring to me. So, right. So I'm just gonna start making some circles and some shapes, and I'm gonna count. Feel free to make some comments, some suggestions. If you have questions about the state of art or questions about the painting process or questions about my materials, do not hesitate to leave a message. I'll paint and count. I'll check back at the screen. That's kind of how it goes here. Thank you, guys. Oh, Karen C. Book Collector. Oh, Miranda, hi. I love all the little emojis after Karen C. Book Collector. Karen C. Book Collector, I just started a new book. It's called This Time Tomorrow by Emma Straub. Have you ever read that? Are you going to do the sky portion? I love it so much. What are you going to do, the sky portion? Well, Egypt, I'm going to take circles or shapes, and I'm going to make some shapes up there. So in my mind, this is what my mind's telling me to do, is to make it more like, see how there's like blue shapes at the top of that one? The circles also help me organize my own personal thinking. So that's what I'm going to do. I think the color's going to stay there. I'm just going to take a white blue and put it over there. Anyway, I'm reading this great book now by Emma Straub. And it's a novel, fiction, and it's really brilliant, especially if you are a Gen Xer, because she's in her 40s, I think. She's turning 40, the main character, protagonist, whatever the hell you call that. She's turning 40, and she's kind of reviewing her life, and she lives in New York City, and it's not necessarily going the way she wants to, and she's caring for her elderly father who has raised her. And she goes out and she gets drunk and she wakes up and she's 16. So she's in her body as a 40-year-old, but she's in her mind as a 40-year-old, but she's she's like, has shown up as a 16-year-old, and all the characters are there in her life, almost like Back to the Future. And it is really a really wonderful story so far. I'm like halfway through it, and I picked it up because Ann Patchett was a big fan of the book, and I love Ann Patchett, for anybody who ever reads novels. Not drama and interesting novels. I wouldn't say it's like, I'm Gen X, I definitely get it. So if you know what book, yeah. And she talks about being 16 and she's got posters all over her walls, and it's just, she's sneaking cigarettes. It's hilarious, but it's really lovely because you can see. So now she's spending time with her father, who's 49, and he's healthy. And so there must be some drama that's going to come up. And she gets to see her old boyfriend and things you would have done differently. And it's great. I love Ann Patchett too. And Ann Patchett loves this book. So let's get to painting, Laurie. Miranda, I know you paint, so sometimes I just look at, where to start. Where to start. Let's come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I just thought, don't fuck it up, Laurie. 24, excuse me. 25, excuse me for language. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Wait. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I'm going to stop there at 50. Hi, Alexi. Yay. Ah, yes, where to start? I'm at 50. Here, I had this interesting question the other day. You guys humor me for 1 second. And if you're a painter, or Miranda, if you're still on, let me know if you have this experience. So I'm wondering this deeper philosophical question about, do paintings already exist? The paintings already exist in a certain way, and they're just waiting for us to be the vessel to paint it, or we're just making it up as we go? Or is there really an end and we don't know what it is, but the painting knows what it is? I had that thought this last week about, there are all these paintings just waiting to be made, and they already know who they are, and they already know what they want to be, and they're just waiting for somebody to do it. I know that sounds way out there. State of Wonder. Oh, I loved State of Wonder. I loved State of Wonder. It's a great book. Great book. Are they finding us as if we are ready? Yeah. Miranda, thank you. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. And I don't know what this compulsion is to paint live and count. And you guys are there. I haven't figured that one out yet, but that's okay. I don't think I have to. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. If any of you guys follow Miranda, she does really cool sketchbook spreads every day. Really cool. Check out Miranda Vandenheuvel. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Well, that might be too white, but that's okay. 69. Let's get some darker blue. 70, 71, 72, 73. Ooh, I like that. 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Ooh, I like that blue. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111. Miranda, hold on. Also, I would not be able to paint, count, interact with people here, so kudos to your multitasking. I think it's good brain gymnastics. Liz Gilbert said this well about being ready. If we're not ready to receive the creative idea, the spark moves on. I saw that interview with her. I saw that. Brilliant, brilliant. And there's that wonderful story where she was going to write a book. There were two authors that were thinking about an idea for a book. Oh, I'm getting chills. At the same time. And I don't remember what those two authors were. And one woman had this idea for a book. She hung out with it. It was very particular, very specific. And she just couldn't get it written. And she ran into another author and they had an exchange or whatever. And somehow miraculously, the idea from her book went into the other author's mind. The other author wrote it and it became a bestseller. Shit you not. This is a true story. She didn't steal her notes. She didn't steal her laptop. And it was like this thought transfer for COVID acrylic, and I just didn't continue. I'd like to again, but I have all the supplies. Well, Karen, you got to get to it. Just start. Just start. Just pick a day. How about tomorrow? How about this afternoon? And just get your materials out and just start playing with them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Oh my gosh. What else? Tanya, thanks for joining. Yes. Okay. All right. Now I'm at 100. Oh, brain gymnastics. 101, 102. But I can tell this is a fun thing because I feel excited. I feel excited with you guys being there. Energy's great. 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. That's when you know it's going. It's going. 111, 112, 113, 114. You know it's going in the right direction because your excitement about it. See, I think my excitement has gone with that other piece. So I might have to just let that one go. 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Let's see if we can't get to 250. 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134. Should probably go around the side. 135, 136. 137, 138, oops, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 148, 148. This one I don't like. I don't like it even more. 148. Just let it go. 149, 150. 150. Ooh, that's dark. 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161. I like it getting darker as it goes higher. 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 66, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171. Keep it going. Two, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190. The great thing about oil paint is it just keeps going. 190, 191, 192, 193. I don't think I could do this with acrylic. 194, 195. I'll come back in here and bring some of that blue down. 196. It's kind of nice when they disappear. 197, 198, 199, 201, 202, 203, 204. See, already this is more interesting. I'm going to come back over these. I'm not going to count them because I already did. 204, 204, 204, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208. That's almost too blue. 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220, 221, 222. Ooh. 223. 223. 223. Bueller. 224. 225. 226. 227. 228. 229. 230. 231, 232. I want those blended more. 232, 232. I'm 232. I'm still on 232. I'm just going over these. 232, 232, 232, 233, 234, 35. 36, 237, 238, 239, 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 246, 246, 246, 246, 247, 248, 249, 250. Let's stop there, 250. I need a new 250. So here's the thing about this. If anybody reminds me of a way guru, I don't know what that is. Alexa, explain that to me. 250. Oh, can you move the camera slightly? Oh, yep, I was probably blocking the whole thing. 250. So, $250. What I was just thinking about, for those of you that want to hear what goes on in my mind, is that this is why, I mean, I've said this 100 times, but even when I'm in the process, it still blows me away. So when you're painting and counting, stop it. What do you mean, stop the painting? Can you remember that very nice painting? Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Egypt, for watching today. You guys are great. Reminds me of, I don't know what Wayne Guru is. If you want to explain that to me. So when you're counting and painting, your mind can't be anywhere else. And it's almost like it's very even difficult for me to have that part of my brain to come back and think about you guys or answer questions. So it really is a practice in being super present. So I can't worry about the future. I can't ruminate on the past. And it's almost more effective for me as a form of meditation and being present than even sitting silently in a seated meditation, because your mind, you can always focus on your breathing. Sure, you can focus on a light, you can focus on a thought, you can focus on a mantra, all of those things. But when you're painting and counting, I think it takes up this physical activity in your body using both sides of your brain. And you got in, and I guess I just know, I just intuitive where I go next. But it is really a bit of brain gymnastics, but also trying to focus the mind. So when I go back to my daily life and all of the things that cause me anxiety and all the things that I worry about and all of the unknowns in my life that tend to rule my brain, when I do this, I am Zoom. I'm in the zone. I'm in that space of everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. It's a beautiful thing. So you don't have to paint to be able to do this. You can do this in a sketchbook. You can do this in a journal. You can do this you can doodle with it. But I encourage you, if you need some time, or when your mind is ruminating, or if your brain is stuck on a thought, or if you're deep in anxiety, try this approach. Yes. Oh, I've gone over no, I'm right at my 30-minute mark. I am going to thank you, Ginger, for joining. I'm just going to keep painting, even though I'm over the 30 minutes. Susan, thank you for joining as new people join in. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this process. For those of you that just tuned in, I am at shape number 250, and I'm reworking the sky because it was boring me to tears. It was an old painting, and I'm going to give it a new life. I might not so much give it a new composition, but some of these colors are going to change. So I'm back at 250. If you have to log off because it would be a super long stream for you past 30 minutes, thank you for joining me in advance. And again, I'm using oil paints, and I'm at shape number 250. 251, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256, 257, 258, come over here. 259. 259. 260. 261. 262. 263. 264. 265. 266. 267. 268. Oops. 269. 270. I don't like this one. 270. 271. 272. 273. 274. 275. 276. 277. 278. 279. 280. 281. 282. 283. 284. 285. 286. 287. 288. 289. 290. I don't like this one. Let's go to 300, 289, 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299. 300. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here for today because I did just remember, almost like a Zignart effect. I did remember something I have to do that was supposed to be done about a half hour ago, which is taking out the pizza dough. If I don't take out the pizza dough for it to thaw and set it outside, it will not be ready for dinner. So with that, you know, it's very important in our house when we have pizza because we make our own pizzas and they're lovely and they're wonderful. But we're not going to have pizza if Laurie doesn't take the dough out of the refrigerator. So I'm going to stop at 300 shapes for the day. I'm going to run a time lapse when I come back here, but that's kind of fun, and I'll post that later. State of Flow. Is that a book? I was asked, have you considered American perspectives? How do you mean, Alexi? American perspectives from painting? I would love to answer your question if I could be more clear about it. Miranda, State of Flow, C. Boris. I mean, I know about State of Flow, but if that's a book, I'm just going to write that down. Hold on one second. State of Flow. Thank you, Miranda. C. Boris. Cyrilink. Cyrilnik. Okay, guys, I've added 300 shapes. I'm happy now with the way this is going. I'm excited. I'm excited about the direction this painting is going. And there's nothing better than being excited about the painting because now I just want to paint. But I have to go take the pizza dough out of the freezer. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You don't have to be a paid subscriber. For paid subscribers get extra benefits. I would love that. But you don't have to be. If you just free subscribe, support my channel. I also post these over on YouTube. And every single person matters and it helps me. And you guys energize me, and your energy is also in this painting because you've been a witness to it. So thank you for your time and thank you for your comments. And if I didn't answer any of your questions, just send me a direct message and I will do that as best I can. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.